Got to feel pretty good if you're Gentile wrestling in front of the home fans. It's limited crowd. You got to think majority of these fans in here are hometown folks coming off the huge upset. You took out Dawson Comdis of Indianapolis, the 2 seed, in dominating fashion, really. 12-2 in the semis. You have Wimer, a reigning All-American, undefeated #1 seed. Great drama here. Hometown kid coming off the upset versus really the class in this weight class all year long.
Wimer is in the orange and white combination singlet. Meanwhile, Gentile, black and gold combination singlet for the Lions. Gentile, he hails from the East Coast. He was a sophomore and went to Paulsboro High School in Paulsboro, New Jersey. Shot in by Gentile. Jimmy Rollins in that Lindenwood corner. They're already on their feet. As Gentile gets that first shot early on in the first.
He's a 2-time regional champion.
Wimer, a junior out of Grove City, Ohio, went to Central Crossing High School.
Wimer had an instant classic in the semis this morning with the 5 seed Ty Lucas of Central Oklahoma. Came right down to the end, 3-1 win to punch his ticket to Championship Saturday here. Also had a nail-biter Thursday morning's quarterfinals, 2-0 with unranked wrestler from St. Cloud State. So he's had a couple of tests already.
Both wrestlers scoping each other out here in the first half of this opening period at 157 pounds. Team scores. Lindenwood sits in 4th place right now, 68.5 points. West Liberty just ahead of them in 3rd, 72, and that's the 2-horse race between Nebraska Kearney in 1st and St. Cloud State, separated by 2.5 points.
And McKendree does have another wrestler at 197, and again, top 4 get the trophy here. So much like we talk about St. Cloud trying to chase down the title, the battle for 3rd and 4th, it's a 3-team race for those last 2 trophies. So big deal here for Lindenwood on the team side as well.
A lot of shot fakes from James Wimer.
Findlay could with a win here too, would just squeak into the top 10. So an accomplishment in their own self. Sean Nelson, the Hall of Fame head coach. Not often you have a Hall of Fame coach still active. Talks about the longevity of Coach Nelson. Of course, got inducted 2 years ago, and normally coaches get that after they stop coaching, not usually while they're still sitting on the bench. I love it. Nice takedown there.
Beautiful shot, deep penetration, comes around and finishes, and he gets the first points of the match. Our head official is Matt Zeitz. He's out of the Show Me State as well. Now he goes to that tiger ride. That's always punishing, that head in the armpit, arm extended, as we come to short time in the first.
Switches it off to an armbar. Like the idea, aggressiveness, just ran out of real estate.
As we said, Wimer, a junior, but last year did not qualify for the national tournament up in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. And the shutdown occurred the day before. It was Thursday afternoon before everything was to commence, and day 1 of Division II championships. Choosing down to,
down,
well,
yeah.
Yeah.
You had to laugh with the official about it. I love it. Nice to see he's loose. It's like the Joe Montana star right in the huddle of the Super Bowl game-winning drive, and he points to the crowd and says, "Hey, there's John Candy."
Yep.
You got Wimer over here slapping backs with the officials in the middle of a national championship match, telling jokes. I love it.
And we got a that is the there was only 1 second left. I think there was more time allowed.
Yeah, I think the clock didn't start there, so they're gonna.
Because on that restart, I thought, man, they're not even gonna get much past the whistle. Yeah, Matt Zeitz, I've worked and known for a long time. He is a fun guy. Joe, I don't know if you heard, he walked behind me and said, I don't think you guys know anything that you're talking about. Actually, he was directing at me. So
yeah.
if there's somebody that can be loose out there as an official, it's definitely Matt Zeitz. And Wimer obviously loose and up by 3 right now. As we start the second, we'll be on our feet.
Yes, we gotta create that angle, Ronnie.
Wimer kind of stays at home.
He's fake there.
You open up, Ronnie Gentile, open up.
Gentile trying to find an angle.
Push, pull here.
Yeah, you heard the Lindenwood coaches right to our left here. You got to start opening it up. Tell him to get to his offense, and just like that, best scoring attempt of the night. Gentile nearly had that knee pull single.
Well, and the fakes mix it up too, where you're trying to get that angle, trying to get your shot, and then Wimer fires off that fake, and now you got to go back and reset.
Right back to those heavy hands on the head is Wimer. Great spot to be when you're up 3, center of the mat.
Keep those shots up. Keep those shots up. 1 minute, gentlemen.
Just goes to show you, Todd, we were talking about some of the maybe challenges of seeding a tournament with such limited results this year. The young man Wimer wrestled in the opening round, only won 2-0 unseeded. Colby Neos of St. Cloud State lost that first round match, did the Ironman route, won 6 on the backside to take 3rd. I love it. As there's another takedown by Wimer. You always see that in D1s. Who's that one guy that loses Thursday morning that still wrestles Saturday and gets an All-American to win 7-8 matches? Well, it was Colby Neos. Shout out to you, young man. 6 straight on the backside to take 3rd after losing to the #1 seed 2-0.
Unsportsmanlike conduct or unnecessary roughness.
Yeah, I think it was unnecessary roughness.
Yep, on Wimer. Only point to Gentile, and that's his first point of the match. As we see, Weimer's just very physical. You were talking about that hand fighting.
Well, it is a gladiator sport. You got to have that gladiator mentality. It's tough to walk that fine line sometime between physical wrestling and over-the-line wrestling. And don't think it was intentional. Sometimes you just get into the moment, and like I say, it's a physical sport. Nice escape there by Gentile. Again, we talk about points late in periods. That was a big escape.
Yep.
Plus, it prevents the riding time for the moment as well.
Zeitz makes sure the clock is back at 17 seconds. And the reset short time in second period. Wimer standing there saying, hey,
you got to take me down.
You got to come here. So let's see the approach for Gentile in this final 2 minutes of regulation. And Jimmy Rollins says, you got to go down, you got to get out.
Yeah, he looked at his coach and said, what about the riding time? I mean, it's 6 one way, half dozen the other here. You concede the point now, or do you get the escape and say, hey, if I get a takedown, I'm going to negate the riding time either way. I think the right call here is to go down.
He's able to show that he gets away fast.
Well, he got away before the riding time even came into play. Again,
now whistle Wimer.
We're having some problem here with the clock.
Yeah, Wimer looked over. He says there should be.
Both wrestlers starting to get a little frustrated here.
Yeah, Wimer put up 4 fingers, so I think he's saying I should still have that riding time in pocket.
It was 56 to start. I'm going to say it was right at a minute. But this is a big deal. This is. I mean, we talk about 1 or 2 seconds. What does it matter? Well, it could be the difference between a point.
Both wrestlers get an opportunity to get some water, catch their breath.
I think the Lindenwood's coach's point. Here's the replay. Let's see if you can count it out there. Yeah, it's about a 4 or 5 second. I think the riding time should be awarded to Wimer at this point. Give it about a minute 1. Heck of a job though by Gentile. I mean, look, he knew what was at stake.
Yeah.
Regardless of the riding time, that's still a darn good escape in 6-7 seconds in the national championship match. So what he's done is given himself a shot here, regardless of the riding time. And I think the Lindenwood's coach's points back to that is if you get the takedown, the riding time is going to be gone anyway. So you've gotten the escape. You kind of get that 2 for 1. Get the escape, make it 5-3. Get the takedown, you're tied up. Work down that riding time. So, but we do have to figure out if that point was awarded momentarily. Again, that riding point doesn't go until the end of the match. So it's kind of a floating number at this point.
good camera angle too, where you could see the start and the clock in the background. You see the match clock started, but the writing time did not.
Like I said, we're only talking 4 seconds. It was 9 when they blew the whistle dead. I got to think there was a good 4 or 5 seconds where Wimer still had control there. And again, Wimer having a laugh with the official. These guys might be become new best buddies by the time this thing's over.
That's a different one, but he is. He's bumping fists.
Wimer, quite the social butterfly here in the national finals.
But like you say, you know, a lot of times we see, especially when we're at the, the college national championships, the semis tend to be almost more fireworks, more exciting, because guys, for good reason, they get on the national stage and kind of wrestle conservative, kind of tighten up. But obviously Wimer, not one of those guys. He's having fun out there.
Well, it's like the high school. I've always said as a coach, to me the hardest tournament's the sectionals, or the tournament to get to state. Because once you get to state, right, you've achieved your goals, you relax, go out and be a state champion. It's that grind to get there. I think it applies at the collegiate level too. I mean, how many times have we been at the NCAAs where, boy, just to get there is a dogfight. Enjoy the experience. Well, they only gave 3 seconds, so now I'm 0 for 57 tonight on my scoring predictions.
So 59 seconds, just 1 tick shy of having that writing time in pocket for Wimer. Shot attempt there.
Oh, that's huge, because the takedown now ties it up, and it'll eat into that riding time even more. So a new lease on life if you're Gentile in this finals.
Let's see if Wimer's approach changes. He's been kind of staying at home, making Gentile come to him.
Nice underhook there, but Wimer clamped out of it. No cautions, no stalling here as we get into this third period.
1 minute left. Goes that front headlock on the counter.
Lindenwood's been a great way station for some freestyle and Greco senior level guys over there. And a lot of big names have come through that program, gone on to freestyle and Greco success. I'm sure Gentile would love to put his name in the history books here for this program.
Now nearing 30 seconds. Time of the essence for the Lindenwood Lions. Gentile.
30, you got 30, Ronnie. 30 seconds.
Trying to work inside on that tie.
Let it fly. 25, 20.
Yeah, the Lindenwood coach is saying let it fly. He's got to go big here with under 20. Wimer on the edge, circles back in. And a stalling call. Gentile, one last go here. Have to go big, try to go inside trip. Wimer covers, gets the 2, and that will do it. With the takedown, he didn't need the riding time, and your national champion at 157 pounds from Findlay, James Wimer.
Now give Gentile some credit. He made him work for it at the end. It looked early like maybe Wimer was going to run away and hide in this championship match, Todd, but Gentile got that huge escape early in the third period, negated the riding time, really made it a takedown match. But Wimer so strong defensively. Got the insurance takedown late, national champ, 6th a couple of seasons ago. Didn't make it last year, but no doubt about it this year. National champ for Findlay. Good stuff there.
So the Oiler gets the gold, and let's take a look at some of the highlights from this one.
Yeah, there was that first takedown, just Jordan Burroughs textbook freight train double, nothing fancy, just come right at you. Close there. It's the reshot.
And we're with the national champion, James Wimer, who finishes a perfect 14-0. And James, one thing that we noticed, you seem to be very loose, having fun, talking with some of the officials and stuff. Was that kind of your mindset coming in that, hey, let it fly, I'm in the national championship and I want to finish on top?
Yes, sir. Man, it seems loud. When I'm out there, if I'm not having fun, I'm thinking too much. If I'm thinking too much, I'm not wrestling. So that's what I want to do. I want to go out, I want to have fun, and just let it fly.
A year ago, the national championships, you won a national qualifier. What were the things, what made it different between last year and this year to be now at the top of the podium?
Yeah, so 2019, I got 6th at the national tournament. Following year, I took a red shirt, worked on some things, worked some kinks out, came back, and the rest is history.
Well, congratulations, James Wimer. He finishes 14-0, the national champion, 157 from Findlay.